Tyler Higbee next, who's tight end 13, going at 139 and Underdog, 151 on Sleeper. He's crept up from 160 when BBM opened up in May, all the way up to 140. Last year wasn't pretty. I mean, when Matthew Stafford was out, it was really ugly. But these are stats when Matthew Stafford was in the game. He had 6.1 targets per game, 38.2 yards, 7.1 points per game. That's half PPR points. So there was something there. And I think when you look at Tyler Higbee as a player, there's not really any competition. There's not really any competition in the tight end room with the Rams. And it just feels like he could very easily be the two behind Cooper Kupp. Do you feel like he's being undervalued and that the ADP is just slowly getting there? Or do you feel like maybe this Rams offense is just going to stink?
I have him ranked as my tight end 11 and 116th overall player. So I'm a couple rounds earlier on him just for the reasons that you said. I think this defense could be historically trash. And Tyler Higbee last year was staying into block at way above career average rates because their left tackle was injured and the entire offensive line fell apart. I think they're going to get him out in the route a little bit more out of necessity because they don't have a true like number 2 or number 3 wide receiver right now. Like maybe Van Jefferson can become that, but like it's not like it was like Robert Woods and Brandon Cooks like it was previously, or like Todd Gurley. We're dealing with a bunch of question marks at the rest of the skill position. But more importantly, whenever Sean McVay is trailing in games, which I think the Rams will be doing, they play so fast and they throw the ball so often. I think we could look up and nobody will like it. And then Tyler Higbee finishes like 5th or 6th among tight ends and targets this year. So he is somebody that I am like willing to like punt off the upside of the other guys, make sure I have a really good quarterback, running back, wide receiver. And if I have to start Tyler Higbee in week 1, I think the volume in the fourth quarter is going to be there. It's going to be super ugly. Tyler Higbee is not that good of a player, but we've at least seen some peaks of him.
So if you're drafting on Underdog and you're looking at this from a best ball perspective, if you've got Travis Kelce or Mark Andrews, would you be okay with Tyler Higbee as your tight end 2 and no other tight ends after that, or would you feel the need to add a third?
Yeah, for sure. I think most of the time when I go with Travis Kelce, I'm probably going to wait until like more like the Jake Ferguson, Luke Musgrave tier, which is a couple rounds after this. But I draft a lot of my Dalton Schultz or Tyler Higbee teams with 2 more tight end 2 with upside, and just hopefully I can predict that Dalton Schultz breakout season, hopefully break out like Higbee did a couple years ago, or Waller did a couple seasons before that. There's always a 1 or 2 guys that kind of come out of nowhere. Like last year, Njoku and Evan Ingram were like tight end 18s on Underdog, and like they were very good picks. So I think there's always a couple of these guys. You're not going to get top 5 finishes from these guys, but I do think we can refresh. And like if the whole position sucks and you got a tight end 7 finish, I think that you'd be pretty happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, at tight end, you're looking for help. You're looking for someone who stays on the field, and you're just looking for sort of consistency. I mean, last year, Evan Ingram was the only tight end drafted outside of the top 100 picks who had a 100-yard game. It's like these players just aren't giving you huge spike weeks outside of touchdowns. And we are going to get onto another tight end in a second. But if you're here, you're still watching, I know you're enjoying it. We cover everything here. We've got redraft, best ball, we've got best ball streams, we've got best ball strategy. Rich is churning out dynasty content left, right, and center. In season, we'll have weekly matchup videos as well as all my DFS works here. Hit that subscribe button. Let us help you